Hello, Canadian Patriot, 1973. This is probably going to be a little bit rambly. It's late and I'm still having my fun day as for final fluid on tap. Anyway, I've wanted to get this post out for a long time. I have a lot of ideas for uh, free or cheap Christmas decorations. I've had many Christmases in my past where there was not a lot to spend on decorations or presents. Um, so I'm going to jump right in now. I might be a little rambly, but I'll do my best. First of all, I've always loved getting my kids involved in Christmas and making things. Um, they just enjoy it, and most kids do. They like to get involved. And paper snowflakes are one of the most basic things around. I'm going to post a link in the sidebar for paper snowflake patterns if you think you need them, but I don't think people need them myself. Everyone is beautiful. They're just like real snowflakes. Everyone is different, and we hang them in all of our windows. Not a purist. I just put a little piece of tape on the back or whatever, and make it double sticky and stick it up. You can use glue stick, but then it's a little more cleanup later on. Anyway, paper snowflakes, paper chains, and I've even included 3D paper snowflakes. That's what I was trying to think of. I have one pattern for that, and I'm sure you can find more. There's tons of stuff on the web. Potato stamping. That's good for making cards. You can potato stamp on t-shirts and towels to make gifts, like tea towels. Wrapping paper. I buy a huge roll of brown paper. It's probably 3 feet tall. I live down in the south and we do crab dinners, and you put the brown paper on the table and just dump it all out. Probably like in New Orleans when they do their things. Anyway, it's really cheap. You get a whole huge roll for probably $22, and I've had mine for years, not just for the crab dinners, but for wrapping presents any season. And if you make a potato stamp, and I've posted some links for how to do that also, it's really easy to personalize your wrapping paper. You could also use a paper bag if you don't have the roll of paper available. And besides potato stamping, the kids can just freehand their own designs, whether it's painting or crayons or color pencils. It's especially for family members and grandparents. They really love that personalized attention. Another tip is that I buy fabric for wrapping presents. I look throughout the year for any fabric that looks like it would fit, whether it's a metallic sort of a looking thing or green, red, whatever your thing is. And the great thing about fabric wrapping is you can use them year after year. And I've literally been using some of the same fabric wrappings for about 10 years now. You can bunch it all up at the top and put a rubber band around it, or a twist tie even. What I did years ago was I bought metallic, gold, green, blue, whatever, pipe cleaners, and twist those, and then you curl it up around your finger, and it makes a little curly cue, and you can put greenery tucked in there if you want, or different little embellishments that you find along the way. But it's really easy to do, and you can reuse it year after year. You can wrap in dish towels. It can be part of the gift. towels. Raffia. I bought this big thing of raffia at a thrift store when my kids were little years ago. I've had this sucker for at least 10 years. It's good for wrapping, like using as a bow. It's also good for the next thing that I'm going to bring up, and that's decorating with fruit and vegetables. But wait, let me go back to potato stamping for a second. Let me find it, hold on. Because you don't just have to stamp with potatoes. You could cut this open. I don't want to do it yet because I'm going to use it for Thanksgiving. Cut that in half and use that as an interesting stamp. You could use a line to make an interesting design. I can't get a good picture on these things. You could use a green pepper. I never know which way to go. And all of these things make really interesting designs. Just cut the bottom off of a milk jug and put your paint in that, or use the top of a margarine lid or whatever. Dip your potato or your vegetable or fruit in the paint, and then just make designs all over your brown paper or white paper or whatever it is that you choose to use. I can see I'm going to have to do another bit. I'm running out of time already. Another thing that you can use that is absolutely free is if you have any kind of a food wrapper that has a metallic lining. Look on the inside and it'll have a shiny silver, sheen to it. You can use those as bows or as just the wrapping paper themselves. You can cut snowflakes out of them. I mean, you need to start thinking outside the box. Now also, I like to cut and dry fruit to string on raffia as a garland by the fireplace. If you cut really thin slices of citrus fruit, and here's a piece of a lemon, it almost looks like stained glass when you're done. And you see how it has a hole in the middle. And here's a slice of apple. Now you can do this a couple different ways. You can either dry it and then string it, or you can string it as part of the drying, because they used to do that back in the olden days. They would string all these things and dry them by the fire. You would intersperse, or the way I like to do it is I intersperse with cranberries. Also, cinnamon sticks are nice. If you wanted to, you could use popcorn or marshmallows. And after I string the garland on the raffia and hang it, then I might, hang some pieces of greenery along with it, crow's feet or whatever grows in your area. You could even use ivy, English ivy, and wrap that around. It lasts quite a while and it's really quite pretty. Anyway, that's it for this post. I might do another one tonight. If not tonight, later. Thanks, Canadian Patriot 1973. Great topic.